Alrighty. Good afternoon. It's been a while. It's almost been a week. So, or it has been a week. By the time this goes up, it'll be a week. So, I wanted to kind of run an update on kind of what's going on with the channel here. So I've been talking a lot about finding balance and finding essentially the right amount of effort and time to put into something, and trying to find the right amount of balance to make sure that works alongside other things in your life. To me, I was talking about lifting and spending time with my family and work and the other various hobbies that I have. And on top of that, I've been doing these videos. And doing a video basically every single day. Well, if you can imagine it, it's kind of a lot to do. And I've been finding that I end up having to do a lot of extra work just to get this video out almost every day. And I'm not really seeing a whole lot for it. And yes, that could just be that I need to improve it, stick with it, make sure I don't change things with it, and all kinds of stuff like that. Or it could be that I'm doing too much, and a lot of the algorithms and all that kind of stuff don't like what I'm doing. And I've definitely been seeing a lot of growth, a lot more views, and it's been going fairly well, but at what cost? I've been completely burning myself out trying to do all these videos, trying to get everything done. And in that, I'm sacrificing time with my family, sacrificing time that I could spend resting, all kinds of time for just various things. Obviously, work is kind of set in stone. I can't really adjust that. But I just think what I'm going to have to be doing is shifting how I'm doing these videos from now on. And how I have, what I've been thinking of, or what I've decided to do is one video a week, maybe two. Depends. It very much depends. So I want to try to do one, but I might do another one that might change up the format a little bit. Not entirely sure yet. I'll have to really see. But I want to make that one video that I'm doing, focus on it, and make it really good. Not just like, alright, film myself talking in my car and then film my gym session, talk in the car again, end a video. I'd like to make it a little bit better than that. I'm not sure exactly what I would do for that, though. I had to figure out some sort of format to go by for that. I'd like to do kind of a vlog style thing, but I don't know how well that will actually work out. But I'm still going to be training as often as I can, but then it's going to be interesting watching the progress from the week to week instead of day to day. Then, I'm still going to be able to see my progress fairly well through my physique, trying to get those poses right, and then make sure that everything's coming out all right. But I want to definitely do. I think I'm going to do probably a lot of progress pictures and stuff like that, like on Instagram. So if you guys want to go follow me over on Instagram, I'll put that in the description down there. So I'll put a link down there to the Instagram page that you guys can go and follow. So I'll put on a bunch of pictures and stuff through there, And I'm also going to be doing a lot of shorts and reels. My idea is, because I've been doing one long form video every day, almost every day, and then one short every day. And I've been also posting that short to various platforms and stuff. And I've been noticing that YouTube does not necessarily like it when I'm posting a short every day. They just kind of, they boost a couple of them, or they boost one, and the next few are suppressed. Or at least not suppressed, but they're not promoted. They're not pushed at all. And then they'll wait a little bit, put another one out, that one gets pushed. And then the ones after it don't. So it just seems like I'm doing a lot of extra work for really no good reason. Where I could be focusing instead on filming those specific workouts, I could just be focusing on those workouts and just do one workout a week where I'm really, or a couple workouts a week where I'm really focusing on my lift. I mean, the video, not the lift. I'm going to focus on the lift on all of my workouts, but basically focus on the video on a couple of them, make shorts out of them and post those throughout the week, and then do a lot of progress photos and stuff like that on Instagram. And I'm still trying to figure out how Instagram even works. I've never really used it very effectively, so I'll definitely see how that works out. But got a few ideas for some other video ideas, I should say. So not long form, technically in the comparison between shorts and a normal video, it will be long form because it'll be 15-20 minutes long maybe. But I got a few ideas for those, but the problem is those won't be, I don't think I'll be able to do those weekly because I won't have enough time to work on them. And those ones I'm thinking maybe more scripted, or more me testing things out, testing out products, testing out different exercises and things like that. So I think those might be those kind of videos might be coming in a little bit, alongside the normal training videos. So, but that's going to take a little bit of time for me to figure out a formula really for it. I'm going to try to figure out a nice formula for posting on Instagram and stuff, and different updates and stuff, so that way I can track all of my growth and all of the changes that I have, on the pretty much close to day to day, but not exactly day to day. So that's the idea right now, because it's hard. It's really, really hard to put a video out every day. If I had, an extra 45 minutes every day that I could just lock in and edit all the videos and stuff, I could definitely keep this up. But the problem is, I just don't have that time. The only reason I'm able to do this video today is because I got out of work early. So I'm heading to the gym now. So that's just kind of what's been floating around in my head, is I've been trying to figure out how to make this sustainable, but also be able to grow. Because if I don't, if I just pull the plug and call it quits, that's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I've been working out for years, and I stayed consistent with that, but it's like I tried doing this for a few months, and it's like, oh, throwing in the towel. I don't want to do that. I don't want to throw in the towel, but I've got to find the right balance to make it sustainable for me. It's just like with dieting or working out. Like, if you get on a plan that it is too intense and too much for you to do, you're going to burn out really fast, and you're not going to be able to sustain that for a long period of time. And it's the exact same on how this is. So that's just how I'm looking at it, is if I don't adjust how I'm doing this, I just keep doing videos every day, almost every day. I'm just going to say every day because it feels like that. If I keep doing the videos every day, I'm going to get burned out. It's going to be unsustainable, and I'm not going to do it anymore. And then it's just going to fall to the wayside. And I don't want it to be that way. I don't want to do that. I want to stick with it. I want to enjoy doing it. And I want to get better at it and more engaged with it. So I want to really, really find the right balance where I can do this sustainably, but also still, maintain my my life surrounding it. So yeah, that's kind of the idea right now, is where I'm at with the channel. But sorry, I'm just gonna make sure I don't get hit while I pull out of the interstate here. But yeah, that's a quick update there. But now we're just about at the gym. And what we're going to be doing in the gym today, because I have barely gotten it. This week, the reason there's no videos, not one, yes, because I was a little burnt out, but also it was so hard to get into the gym. I was so tired, so I was sleeping in too late, and I wasn't able to get in. I only got in a couple times, and I didn't film them because it was just like a quick session and stuff. But today, we're hitting, because of what we've missed, I'm hitting chest, tries, and shoulders all in one go. And I gotta be relatively quick, because I have to go and do some groceries and get my car registered before they close. And then I gotta get home and get ready, because I've got meeting some friends tonight. So got a busy afternoon here, but just about at the gym. I will see you guys in there for some probably some tricep stuff first, probably overhead tricep extension, but then gonna move to chest and then shoulder. So I'll talk to you, well, I won't talk to you guys in there, but I'll see you in there. Alrighty, so that was a fairly good workout. Fairly good. I say fairly good because there's a couple issues that I didn't think was going to be an issue, but it was. Here, I'm going to adjust this a bit. There we go. There's a couple things. So first off, I started doing the overhead extensions, and at that moment, I realized, or I remembered, that at work, I slammed my elbow on a wood slab. And it's not like just a small, tiny wood slab. This thing was probably like, I think it was 6 feet long, about a foot or so tall, and then like 2.5 feet wide. I don't know. It was big, weighed a lot, and I was trying to grab another piece of wood with a pull hook there. Pull hook came out full force. My elbow slammed into into that slab, and I forgot about it because I haven't really had to do too much with my elbow at an extended position. I started warming up on the tricep extensions, and that hurt so much. Like, not in a good, fun way of like, oh, good, I'm burning the muscle and it feels great. No, this was just pain. It just hurt so bad. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do single arm ones, and I'm going to try to do it one arm at a time. And even doing it with super light weights, I tried it with 5 pounds, and my elbow was still not having any of it. So I did it with the tricep. I mean, with the left tricep, and that's it. And then I was like, I'm going to try pushdowns and see if that helps. And it did. Just that the different angle and stuff felt a lot better. A lot better. So my left one got a far better workout than my right one did, but at least I got a little bit in there, because gosh, that hurt like crazy. And it interfered a little bit with some of the presses. When I say some of the presses, I mean the only presses I did, the incline press. It kind of interfered a little bit, but not too bad. It wasn't awful. So that at least is really good. But then, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the upright rows with the dumbbells. I really felt it then, because lifting up my elbow, lifting up my arm here, and the pressure is all in my hand here, so it's kind of forcing my elbow to bend that way, and that really was not feeling great. Not as bad as the extensions, but it was not great. So those did not feel as good afterwards. During the exercise, it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of the normal things working. But after I put the weights down, just the relief of that sore spot on my elbow, like, you might be able to see it. It's a little bit swollen right there. I'm gonna have to ice it a bit when I get home. But yeah, that's why I had to modify it a bit, because that was awful. That felt terrible. But other than that, I thought it went pretty well. Chest felt really good. I could have kept going with the presses. I felt like I did not quite cut it there. I should have done more. The presses felt really good. The flies, on the other hand, did not. I don't know. Something about, I think those benches are too wide, and it might just be that I slept weird or something, but like something in my back has been bothering me. And it's almost like my whole shoulder here needs to like pop. Or something, like, not pinching, but something's like tense and tight, and it needs to be loosened up. And doing the flies just kind of aggravated it a bit on the left side, not on the right. The right felt really good. Probably because I wasn't eating my elbow as much. But the bench felt a little too wide, so I couldn't really get a great stretch there. But I mean, it was fine. Like, it definitely worked and it was working, but it wasn't the best. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then going into the shoulder flies, those felt good. Chest flies and then shoulder flies. So gotta clarify there. Shoulder flies felt good. Chest flies, not as good. So definitely not like the greatest, but it wasn't the worst there. And I should have, instead of doing the chest flies, I probably should have just kept doing some presses because those are feeling good. But oh well. I was very limited on time because I still gotta go and register my car before they close. I still got like an hour or so, but I'm at Walmart right now having to do a little bit of shopping. So I gotta make sure I don't, run out of time here. So, but that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say. So I'm going to try and not hit any pedestrians here, and I'm going to call it a day, and I will see you guys, I'll talk to you guys next week. That's going to be interesting. Next week is when I'm doing my next video, and I am not sure what workout I'm going to do. I'll decide on what I'm going to film then. But till then, I will see you next week. And check my Instagram in the comments and all that stuff. So that way, not the comments, in the description. So that way you will know where my Instagram is. You find my Instagram and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm gonna try and post to that, but that'll be it. Yeah. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye.